Imagine a time, not so very long ago, the 1700s, a period of great discovery, yet a vibrant red fruit, now so common, was met not with appetite but with fear. This was the tomato, a newcomer to European shores. Its glossy skin and alluring color were undeniable, but beneath this beauty, many believed, lurked poison. A curious chapter in the story of our food. This strange fruit, a native of the Americas, had traveled across the vast Atlantic Ocean, brought back by explorers, a botanical curiosity. It was unlike anything many Europeans had seen. Let us delve into this juicy history piece by piece and uncover why the tomato was once so feared. Europe in the 1700s was a continent in flux. Explorers returned with tales and treasures from distant lands. Among these were plants never before seen on European soil: potatoes, maize, and of course the tomato. These new arrivals were often met with a mixture of wonder and a healthy dose of suspicion. People were wary of the unknown, especially when it came to food. Many of these New World plants were initially cultivated not for consumption, but as ornamental curiosities. The tomato, with its bright fruit and sprawling vines, certainly fit this description. It was a decorative plant, something to look at. But the thought of eating it was, for many, quite alarming. Its beauty was for the eyes, not for the stomach. Not all new plants from faraway lands were benign. Some were indeed toxic or had unfamiliar effects, so a general skepticism towards new foodstuffs was understandable. People relied on traditional knowledge passed down generations, and the tomato simply wasn't part of that tradition. Thus, it was easier to err on the side of caution. One of the most significant reasons for the fear was the tomato's botanical family, a notorious group. It belongs to the Solanaceae family, commonly known as nightshades. This family includes some truly infamous and poisonous plants. Plants like deadly nightshade or belladonna with its toxic berries, and henbane, known for its psychoactive and harmful properties. These were well-known dangers in European folklore and medicine. Their sinister reputation cast a long shadow. The resemblance to an untrained eye could be concerning. Tomato plants, with their leaves and flowers, share certain visual characteristics with their toxic cousins. The fruits themselves, while different in size and color, could still evoke an association with poisonous berries. If belladonna berries could kill, many reasoned, then perhaps this larger, brighter relative was also unsafe. It was a case of guilt by association, botanically speaking. Beyond botanical connections, there was another, more insidious factor. This factor unknowingly contributed to the tomato's fearsome reputation. It involved the tableware commonly used by wealthy Europeans, specifically plates and platters made of pewter. Pewter, an alloy, often contained a significant amount of lead, a heavy metal now known to be highly toxic, but its dangers were not fully understood in the 1700s. Tomatoes, as we know, are quite acidic. When acidic foods, like tomatoes, were placed on pewter plates, a chemical reaction would occur. The acid in the tomatoes would leach lead from the pewter. This lead would then be ingested along with the food, leading to symptoms of lead poisoning. People who ate tomatoes served on these fine pewter plates sometimes fell ill. Naturally, they blamed the last new food they had eaten. The exotic, suspicious tomato became the prime suspect. Few, if any, suspected their elegant plates, the very symbol of their wealth and status. This unfortunate coincidence reinforced the existing fears. Despite the widespread fear, perceptions slowly began to shift. Not everywhere at once, but gradually, region by region. Italy, for instance, embraced the tomato much earlier. Perhaps its sunny climate was more conducive to growing it, or perhaps the poorer populations, using wooden or earthenware dishes, did not experience the lead poisoning associated with pewter. Italian cuisine began to incorporate the pomodoro or golden apple, laying the groundwork for future culinary classics. As scientific understanding grew, the old fears started to wane. Botanists began to differentiate more clearly between edible and toxic members of the nightshade family, dispelling myths. The understanding of chemistry also improved over time. Eventually, the dangers of lead were more widely recognized, and the connection between acidic foods and pewter leaching became clearer, exonerating the tomato from blame. Knowledge, as it so often does, overcame superstition. Anecdotes, though sometimes hard to verify, also played a part. Stories tell of brave individuals publicly eating tomatoes to demonstrate their safety. Colonel Robert Gibbon Johnson is famously said to have done this on the steps of a New Jersey courthouse in 1820. Such public displays helped to chip away at the wall of suspicion. The juicy history of the tomato reminds us that fear of the unknown can often obscure true wonders.